Well, welcome everybody. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to attend this webinar. We are going to be talking today about addition math card games. I am Kathleen Lawler and I will be your host today. A couple housekeeping details regarding the webinar. The sound is muted, so you do not need to worry about any background noise. And if you have any questions, please type it into the chat box right down here. I will answer all questions. I may not answer something immediately because either something is the answer is going to be coming up just shortly, or because I want to finish a thought, but I will answer all questions as we go along here today. Everything we're going to be, I'm actually going to show you 3 games here today. I'm going to be pulling these from the Math Card Games book written by Dr. Cotter. I'm not going over some of the basic games. You can find some of those on our website. I picked 3 games that are a little bit more obscure and something that perhaps was the instructions were a little bit harder to follow along. So this will help you here. Okay, the first edition game we're going to look at is called Add 1 or 2. This is game A13 in the Math Card Games book. Quick note with the Math Card Games book, each chapter starts out from the easiest game to the hardest. So in the addition chapter, starting with the letter A, addition, game 1 is going to be the easiest, A1 is the easiest, and A53 is the hardest. Same thing when you've got the clock chapter or the subtraction chapter or the multiplication chapter. It's going to be the easiest to the hardest within that chapter. So this is a relatively easy game. This is game A13 again. And our objective is to practice adding 1 or 2 to a number. With 2 or 3 people can play this game, and we're going to use half of the basic cards. The basic cards are the numbers 0 through 10, but in this case we're going to use half a deck, and then we're also going to use no 10s. So just the numbers 0 through 9. Each player is going to take 4 cards, and after each turn, the players take another card. So we always have 4 in our hand. And our goal is to collect the most cards by playing the 3rd card in a row. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and play a game. This is my hand, and that's your hand. So since I'm leading this, I'm going to start. I lay down a 5. Take another card. Now it's your turn. What do you have taking 5, adding 1 or 2 to 5? Do you have the next card? Well, 5 and 1 is 6, so you can lay down a 6. Now it's my turn. I don't have, like I'm looking at it here, some children will look at this and try to put the 8 down. The problem with this is that we're adding 1 from the 5 to the 6, then we're adding 2. And we don't want to do it that way. Once you start a row and you're adding, in this first case, 1, we need to continue to add 1. So it needs to be 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 plus 1 is 7. So that 8 is an incorrect play. So I'm just going to move that down and start a new row. Take another card. All right, now it's your turn. So what do you have? Well, what if we do 8 plus 2 is 10? Disregarding the tens place, you could lay down a 0 and you played a card. So that's how we're going to deal with numbers when they go beyond 10. They go 10 and beyond, is we'll just simply disregard the tens place. All right, my turn. I don't have anything that's going to fit anywhere, so I'm just going to start a new row. I'm just going to start a new row because I have nothing that fits. Okay, your turn. Now you could do 0 plus 2 is 2. Oh, and you got the 3rd one in the row. So you get to take that whole row and you got 3 points. Good job. All right, my turn. See what I can do? Now, of course, when the children are playing this for real, they have their hands away from each other and they can't see each other's cards. Since we're looking down, we can see both here. But do you see what I can play? I could do the 3. 1 plus 2 is 3, but you probably spotted already, I instead can do that 7. Now I can take 3 cards and tie the game up. And the game continues from here. This is called add 1 or 2. Very simple, but it's a very powerful game for the little ones to work with. Next game we're going to play, Addition Bingo. This is game A50. So this is at the very end of the book. So this is one of the harder addition games. And our objective is to give the players practice in using all the basic addition facts. And we're going to, 2 to 4 people can play. And we're going to use the same cards, the basic cards without the tens. So just the numbers 0 through 9. Each player is going to take 20 cards face up. 16 of them will form a 4x4 rectangle, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And our goal is to be the winner, or the winner is the first player who covers either a row, column, diagonal, or the 4 corners with another card indicating that they've gotten bingo. So this is my hand. Your hand, of course, will look different. But as we're going through and we're playing that, we're just going to look at my hand here so we can be a team. So I've got my 4x4 laid out face up, and then I've taken my extra 4 cards and laid them here on the left-hand side. I take a card from the pile and turn it over, and I'm going to add this. 3 plus 5 equals 8. I've got a match, so I can take my 5 card and lay it on top of the 8 card, indicating I've got one of my rectangle marked. Next card, where can this one go? 3 plus 7 is 10. Don't have a 0. 7 plus 7 is, 14. Again, disregarding the tens place. So I've got a match, so I can lay that 7 on top of the 4. And I've got 2 squares marked now. Next card, where can this one go? Let's kind of work it through. Do I have anything in the first row? No. How about the second row? No. Third row? 9 and 2 is 11. Nope, don't have a 1. And the last row. Now what do? Well, we're going to take our 2 and put it in a discard pile. Next card, where does this one go? Does anybody see it? Look at that bottom row. 2 and 9 is 11. I see a 1. I can lay that 9 on top of the 1. And the game's going to keep going until we've gotten bingo. That's the addition bingo game. And look at how many different addition facts you used while having a fantastic time. The last game we're going to look at is Magic Square Memory. This is game A60. Well, first thing we need to do is we need to look and see what is a magic square. Okay, this is a magic square, and I'll show you why it's magic. Look at my top row. What do these numbers all add up to? 2 and 9 and 4 is 15. Look at my next row. 15. Look at my next row. This adds up to 15. Look at my columns. 15, 15, and 15. So my magic sum, or my magic total is, my diagonals also do it, 15. So my magic sum is 15. Now there's 2 other neat things about these magic squares that's going to actually help us when we play this game. Look at my center number. It's 5. So the center number times 3 is the magic sum. And look at my 4 corners. They're all even numbers. So remember these little tricks, and this will help us play the game. Our objective is to practice our addition facts again and to use logic to create a magic square. 2 to 3 people can play, and we're going to use one set of the numbers 1 through 9 for each player. So since we're playing together, there's 2 of us here, I'm going to have my numbers 1 through 9 and your numbers 1 through 9. And we're going to lay all these cards, our total cards, face down, mix them up like a memory game. And our goal is to be the first person to build the magic square. So here's my 9 cards and your 9 cards all mixed up in here somewhere, face down. Now some children like to have some sort of grid or area so that they know where they're to lay out their cards. So you can kind of see I've got them real faint here, so we can see that this is what our magic square is going to look like. All right, I'm going to start. So I pick one of the cards. And now, do I know where this card's going to go in my magic square? Well, remember, all corners are even numbers, so I can lay this card anywhere as long as it's one of my four corners. I pick this one. Now, in a traditional memory game, if I was able to play a card or collected the right one, I get to take another turn. In this case, because that's not going to work so well, it's actually as soon as I play a card, now it's your turn to play a card. So you pick a 5. Do you know where your 5 goes? Remember, they go in the middle, so you can lay that card. Good job. All right, my turn. I pick a 3. Do I know where this 3 is going to go? Not really. I'm not sure, so I'm going to turn that back over. Okay, now it's your turn. You pick a 4. Do you know where a 4 goes? Well, it's going to be one of the corners, so you can just pick any old corner because it's going to work. Good job. All right, my turn. 8. Let's see if I can figure out where this 8's going to go. I know it's one of the corners. Well, if I know that my center is 5, where is that 8 going to go? It's going to have to go on the opposite corner of the 2, so I can make it add up to 15. Okay, your turn. You pick a 2. Where does the 2 go? Well, it's going to be any corner, but we know that this one down here is going to be a 6, so we know it's not that corner. So it's going to be in one of the other 2 corners. There you go. All right, my turn again. I pick a 6. Okay, where's this 6 going to go? Again, I know it goes in one of the corners, so I can just put in any. It's going to be one of these 2. It doesn't matter which one. It'll still be the same. Your turn. You pick a 1. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out using logic. Well, I know the 4, between the 4 and the 6, I know it doesn't go there. So actually, just out of curiosity, what would go there? Well, in order to make 15, it's going to have to be a 9. Okay, so if that's a 9, then to the left of it needs to be a 1. Oh, that works out perfectly. My turn. I have a 9. So how can I figure out where this one goes? Well, I know that's a 4. So if that's a 4, where does the 9 go? Well, the 9's going to have to go in that top row. See how your logic and all these addition facts are being added up and worked together, so we're practicing them as we go along until we get the whole thing put together. That was Magic Square Memory. All the games that we looked at here are coming from the Math Card Games book. And the Math Card Games book has addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, fractions, clocks, money, and number sense. All of these different topics are addressed in this one book. It did receive the 2014 Excellence in Education Award from the Old Schoolhouse. It is also part of the RightStart Mathematics curriculum. And the RightStart Math curriculum did receive the 2014 Practical Homeschooling Reader Award. Again, this is in 2014, first place, and the 2015 first place award. In conclusion, games provide instant feedback. We can immediately see if a child has a wrong answer or a right answer. We can see how quick they are with them. Games provide the repetition that's necessary for those automatic responses with their facts. And more importantly, the games provide an application for the new information the children are learning. Any questions I can help anybody with? I know it does take a minute to type your question out, so if there is one, I'll wait here. If there are no questions, I thank you very much for taking time out of your day for the Addition Math Card Games webinar. Remember, you can go to our website and we do have many more games, different topics, things regarding the abacus, all sorts of different things on the website. So do feel free to go look at that. And we do have additional games coming up here in the next couple months. Cassidy has a question. She says the games are fun, but a great way to quickly determine how my student is learning. Wish I'd gotten the Cyber Monday deals on the games yesterday. Yes, we had some good ones in there, and you are most welcome for the webinar. Thank you, Cassidy. Keep in touch and let us know how your students are doing. Thank you, everybody.